are, guys, at LAX. We finally made it here after crazy traffic on the way down. Our initial flight was going to depart at around 10 in the morning. Unfortunately, despite us leaving this morning by 4:30, we still weren't able to make it here in time for that first flight that was around 10:30. And so here we are, we're gonna be here for the next 6 or 7 hours, and we're waiting on a flight with Swiss Air, and we're actually gonna be going to Switzerland, and then we're gonna be hopping over to Madrid from there. Unfortunately, that does mean that we're getting 1 day less of our vacation, but I'm just glad that we were able to make it here and that everything did end up working out in the end. If you guys take a look here though, I have a little bit of a unique item here. From afar, this looks like a totally regular old just carry-on suitcase style bag that you can roll around, but this is actually something that has a really, really special secret. Alrighty, so to begin our transformation, first off, we're just gonna put the handle away just like you would with any old suitcase, and we're gonna put this down on the ground. Now we're just gonna go ahead and unzip this right here, and the name here should give you a little bit of a hint as to what this thing can do, and let's pull up the handlebars. This device is called a moto bag, and it is basically a carry-on size piece of luggage that is fully compliant to travel with. It has the right size battery and everything, and my aunt got this as a gift for me because she thought that when I'm out here vlogging, it would be so cool to be able to just drive around while I'm out here vlogging at the airport. I'm being as respectful as I can, but I kind of feel like a jerk just cruising around on a vehicle. It feels so weird, but once you get over the initial kind of embarrassment about riding around, it is a super fun thing to have. We're definitely gonna have some fun with this. We're going a lot of neat places, and I think this thing's gonna be so fun. Here is the removable battery pack. You can just pull up on this and it will come right out. And this actually also functions as a giant battery bank that is right up at the legal limit of as large as you can travel with. This thing will actually charge my Asus Scar gaming laptop with a 3070 Ti in it with USB Type-C, which is really incredible. So that tells you how much power this has. I was saying that they had a really cool in-flight display, and take a look at this, guys. If you go in here, you can actually see that they have the command center, and if you click that, it gives you all sorts of real-life statistics in real time right here, which is really, really cool. And you can flip around and see different global views, as well as all of the current information about the flight. We made it through customs here in Switzerland. That was a super easy and simple process, guys. And now here we are. Unfortunately, we're just here for a layover and we don't really get to explore anything here, but it looked beautiful. The countryside coming on in was incredible, and I really wish that I had a window seat so I could have gotten you guys some shots. I did get this really cool gift courtesy of the Swiss Air flight crew. This is a really neat little stuffed animal that the flight attendant went ahead and decided to give me because she thought it was really cool that I was out here vlogging, and so she wanted to give this to me, and I think this is a really cool little thing that I'm definitely going to remember from this trip. You guys can see why I wish that we had more time here to explore this beautiful area. Take a look at the beauty out here, all of the greenery. It just looks so amazing and incredible. We've made it here to Madrid, guys. Now that we've gotten through customs, which was actually super simple, didn't really have to do anything other than just walk right through, now we're hopping on the metro to get to a spot much closer to our hotel so that we can go ahead and get set up for the evening.
There it comes.
Alrighty guys, we had a very neat morning out here in Madrid. After breakfast this morning, we headed out here to the Prado Museum. This museum is a really famous location out here in Spain. It's one of those things that you really have to see if you're out here. It has tons of absolutely incredible historical artwork. Now with major art museums like this, it's not really a place that you go in and film. It's a place that you're supposed to go into to just admire the art from the past. And so for that reason, I didn't get any footage in there. But I absolutely recommend that if you're here in Spain, and especially in Madrid, you make it a major point to come in here and see this place. It's definitely something that you want to see. Alrighty guys, we made it out here to Toledo. It is pretty late at night tonight. The camera is really struggling to focus on my face with my glasses on, but as I was saying, it looks really, really cool. It kind of looks like a fairy tale land out here. Right behind me, you'll see the entrance to some sort of a castle type building, and it's all around here are lots of really cool medieval looking old stone buildings. Alrighty guys, good morning everybody. It's actually already afternoon. Our whole schedule here is still affected a bit by the time zone changes, but here we are in Toledo. We took the high-speed rail in last night and got here right around 9 p.m. This place has some great photo taking and video opportunities, and currently we're heading over to Soco do Ver, which is a very famous and beautiful looking plaza. We're going to be looking at quite a few ancient and magnificent plazas like that, and this is going to be the first one that we'll be taking a look at today. This archway was actually built apparently so that the bishop could get over from this location over here into the cathedral without having to deal with anyone down here on the street. The building on the right is the bishop's actual palace, and having direct passage above the street into the main cathedral would have definitely been very useful for the bishop.
El mes que viene ya la paga entregada.
gebieden zijn die toch al een stuk minder zijn. Hè?
Guys, I'm gonna keep it pretty quiet here because this place is just incredible and I don't want to disturb the ambiance and the beauty of the location by making a big scene. But take a look at just the incredible beauty here. This is definitely by far and away one of the most incredible building locations that we've seen on the channel. This cathedral is absolutely mind-blowing. Really, when you say detailed to the max, this is what it means. Honestly, some of the detailing in here is just quite frankly absurd. There's no reason to detail anything this extravagantly. There's no reason other than just to show real beauty and to create something absolutely incredible. Everything in here is detailed. Every single wall where they could have just utilized plaster, they decided to do so much more than they needed to, just for the sole purpose of making things look incredible and making this building feel incredibly special for the people that were here. The one thing I do not understand here is why a lot of the plaster on these walls is painted to look like some sort of a brick pattern. I'm really not sure what the point of that was. I want to say that this was all original and that this was part of the original design, but I don't understand what the point of doing this type of paint in here was. That's about the most regular looking door that you're going to get in here, and it is still incredible the amount of detail that they decided to adorn this doorway with. Just got finished going through there again, another very neat looking location that has lots of unique and beautiful detail in there. Unfortunately, the guy did tell us that we weren't really supposed to be filming in there, but he did let me take photos, and so I did get a lot of photos that I'll edit into the video. But if you guys look closely at one of them, you'll see that there's actually a hidden Mickey-style Star of David in there, where it's kind of hidden into the architectural details of the building, and it's the only one in there, and it's really cool to see that. The real significance in that hidden Star of David is especially the fact that that location was actually built by the Moors for the Jews to utilize. That's also something that is a very special piece of history with that location. Just got done touring the synagogue, which is right over there behind me. I'm not facing it now because the sun is crazy out here, but the synagogue is right there and we just got done touring it. It's quite a neat feeling location, definitely quite a bit of detail in the plasterwork inside of there, and that location actually has a very fascinating history to it. So when the Black Death, the major plague, hit, it was believed by many people that it was the Jews that were the cause of that plague, and so they actually got completely kicked out of the area. When the Jews finally came back, though, it still wasn't allowed for them to build locations like that to worship, but the king at the time actually had some sympathy for them and decided to allow that location to be constructed so they had a nice location to worship there, and that is why that building exists today. Right from our location where we're having lunch, the view is incredible, right off of this hillside. Right down here is the river Tagus. This is the river that surrounds Toledo, and you can see right in there some ruins that are just sitting down there at the water level. I'll do some research and put it up on screen if I can figure out what exactly those structures in the water were created for, but I'm guessing originally it was probably the base of a bridge or some sort of a security mechanism originally. I thought this was a valley and I didn't realize that there was a canyon right here. It looks incredible, and our hotel, I believe, is back down that direction over there.